Hello everyone. In this video we will see three different methods of selection of recombinants. Two of them are insertional inactivation of antibiotic resistance genes and the third method is insertional inactivation of LAGZ gene. The presence of a resistance gene in an organism enables it to grow in presence of that antibiotic. The plasmid PBR322 has two antibiotic resistance gene, ampicillin and tetracycline resistance genes. So, an E. coli containing this plasmid can grow in presence of ampicillin and tetracycline. By inserting a foreign DNA into the antibiotic resistance gene, the resistance is lost, that is, the organism cannot survive in presence of that antibiotic. For insertional inactivation of tetracycline resistance gene, the desired DNA is inserted into tetracycline resistance gene of PBR322, transformed into E. coli cells, plated onto a medium containing ampicillin and replica plate onto a medium containing tetracycline. Both recombinants and non-recombinants grow on the master plate that contains ampicillin as the ampicillin resistance gene is intact. Recombinants fail to grow in the medium containing tetracycline as the tetracycline resistance gene is inactivated by the foreign gene. Identify these missing colonies on the master plate. The desired gene shown in red color is inserted into the tetracycline resistance gene. So the transformed E. coli cells with the desired gene fail to grow in a medium containing tetracycline. These are the missing colonies. They are identified from the master plate and cultured. The second method is insertional inactivation of ampicillin resistance gene. The desired DNA is inserted into PST1 site of ampicillin resistance gene of PBR322. The recombinant plasmid is transformed into E. coli cells. It is plated on to soluble starch-rich medium containing tetracycline for 24 hours. After that, add indicator solution of iodine and penicillin. Here, detection is based on the ability of beta-lactamase produced by ampicillin resistant cells to convert penicillin to penicillinoic acid, which in turn binds with iodine. So, in the case of non-recombinants, the beta-lactamase gene is intact. The penicillinoic acid produced binds with iodine, prevents iodine to act on starch, giving white colonies. In the case of recombinants, insertion of the foreign gene inactivated the ampicillin resistance gene, so beta-lactamase is not produced. So iodine can bind on starch to give the blue color. So the recombinants are blue in color. In the figure, you can see that the insert DNA is shown in the red color. It is inserted into the ampicillin resistance gene. So the ampicillin resistance is lost. So beta-lactamase gene is not produced. So iodine can act on starch to give the blue color. So the recombinants appear blue in color. The third method is insertional inactivation of LAGZ gene. This method is also known as blue-white selection method. The desired gene is inserted into the LAGZ gene of PUC8 plasmid, transformed into E. coli cells and grown in a medium containing ampicillin and X-gal. Both the recombinants and the non-recombinants grow as the ampicillin resistance gene is intact. Non-transformed E. coli cells do not grow. Detection is based on the ability of LAGZ gene to produce beta-galactosidase, which convert X-gal to a blue-colored product. X-gal is 5-bromo-4-chloro-indolyl beta-D-galactopyranoside. Beta-galactosidase converts this colorless compound to galactose, which is colorless, and 4-chloro-3-bromo-indigo, which is blue in color. In the non-recombinants, the LAGZ gene is intact, so beta-galactosidase converts X-gal to 4-chloro-3-bromo-indigo, so the colonies are blue in color. In the case of recombinants, the LAGZ gene is inactivated by inserting the foreign gene, so beta-galactosidase is not produced, so X-gal is not metabolized, so you get white colonies. In the figure, you can see that the foreign gene is inserted into the LAGZ gene of PUC18 plasmid and transformed into E. coli and plated in a medium containing ampicillin and X-gal. Non-transformed E. coli cells do not survive as they do not have the plasmid with ampicillin resistance gene. Recombinants and non-recombinants survive as they have intact ampicillin resistance gene. Non-recombinants have intact LAGZ gene. So beta-galactosidase produce convert X-gal to blue colored product. So these colonies are blue in color. In the case of recombinants, the LAGZ gene is inactivated. So beta-galactosidase is not produced. So the colonies appear white in color.